Hello all, welcome back to Train of Thoughts. My name is Trey, and this is where I share my thoughts on the Winnipeg Jets. So the Jets ended 2019 on a high note, or you could say a mile high note, since they headed into Denver, took on the Avs, and took them down 7-4 last night. It was an entertaining game. It was nice to see the Jets never trail, which is very rare for this team. The Jets overall we're almost through the halfway point of the season. They're sitting in a wild card spot, 47 points after 40 games. Not bad, but it's usually them coming back and coming from a 2-goal deficit or something like that to win the game or send it to overtime and get at least a point out of it, something. So it was nice to see him kind of have an effort from start to finish. So just kind of getting into it. Lots of stuff to talk about with 6 Jets having multiple points. 5 Jets having at least 3 points, and then Mark Scheifele having 4 points. So scoring recap, Blake Wheeler got started with a goal to make it 1-0 after Nathan MacKinnon scored for the Avs. Kyle Connor had a nice play where he got kind of a second chance and just kind of tapped it, and it trickled off the goalie's back and into the net. And then after Nathan MacKinnon scored again, Kyle Connor scored to make it 3-2. Mark Scheifele scored to make it 3-2. Kyle Connor scored a lot in this game, so I'm getting mixed up, I guess. Then after Kyle Connor committed a double minor and the Avs tied it at 3, he scored 2 goals in not a super long span, but between them to make it 5-3 to get the hat trick. Blake Wheeler got an empty netter on an unselfish play by Jack Roslovic, where they were pretty much doing a 2-on-0, and Roslovic could have buried it, but he passed it to the captain, who was playing in his 900th game. Congrats, Blake. And he buried it for his second goal of the game. And then Nick Ehlers capped the scoring with another empty netter after the Avs scored. So the cool thing is that every one of the times that the Avs scored, the Jets answered, even when they didn't have to, with that being up 6-4 and then scoring the empty netter, which the odds are there to score an empty netter when those opportunities arise. But that was cool to see. So, as I mentioned about the 6 Jets that scored multi-points, Neil Pionka had 2 assists. Kyle Connor had the aforementioned hat trick. Mark Scheifele, as I said, had a goal and 3 assists for the 4 points. Blake Wheeler had 2 goals and an assist. Nikolai Ehlers had 2 assists and a goal. Jack Roslovic had 3 assists, and then you can't forget about the main distributor on the team, Patrick Laine, getting an assist for his 24th of the season. And I don't know, I rag on him sometimes, but he's making some nice plays out there, like cutting through guys and making some pretty fancy moves to create some opportunities. He and Kyle Connor had a glorious 2-on-1 where Laine pushed it up the ice and had a great pass to Connor, and Connor got robbed, which he's probably going to be seeing that in his, well, actually probably not, since he got the hat trick. He's probably feeling pretty good about that. And it was nice to see Kyle Connor get that hat trick on the offensive side, because he's as much credit as like Scheifele gets or Laine gets for his shots, things like that. It's nice to see Connor get rewarded, because he's aggressively putting the puck on net night after night. I should say after those 3 goals, he now has 20, and he leads the team. Connor Hellebuck, he was outstanding again. He did allow 4 goals, but he saw 43 shots. So stopped 39 on the 43, and he had some big saves. So beyond the stats, he had some pretty clutch saves when he needed to, when it was a tie game, or when the Jets were holding a 1-goal lead. It was tied or a 1-goal lead for a very large chunk of the game. So the power play went 1 for 1. That was it didn't take him long either. 7 seconds in, believe it was Neil Pionk ripped one, and Kyle Connor was there and put his stick out and deflected it in for his second goal at the time. So that was awesome. And the penalty kill went 2 for 4, which stinks. I heard something about their last 21 penalty kill opportunities. They've allowed 10 goals. That's not gonna cut it. But last night with Kyle Connor committing that double minor, that's a tough penalty kill, and they were flying around the ice. Guys were sacrificing their bodies, blocking shots. They were exhausted and still diving in front of pucks, and then a lucky bounce created that goal for the Avs. That's another thing with Kyle Connor. He had 2 penalties, 6 minutes of penalty time, and he came up with a hat trick to redeem himself. So that was a nice thing for him too. It was a pretty physical game, Central Division, rivalry game. What do you expect there? But it was just nice to see the Jets bounce back after the tough games that they had against St. Louis. Nice to see him close the year on a high note. And that's about all I have to say on that. So what do you guys have to say? Let me know in the comment section below. And as always, hit that like button. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. I will talk to you soon. Looking forward to the next 42 games in 2020 here. And I will talk to you again soon. Have a great day.